every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Let Out. We got another great show for you today. For everybody who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe on the YouTube channel, like, comment, and join this good conversation that we're having.
And turn your notifications on.
Right. And also follow us on the Let Out _, on IG. All right. So without further ado, we got a great show. The subjects that we got today are where women want men to be monogamous, but we treat sex like a chore. We got to expound on that. I got to get a little bit more in depth to that because I don't know where that's going, but we'll roll with it.
Of course.
The other one is we're going to stay on the topic of marriage and relationships, and we'll talk about consensual sex within a relationship. And then we'll move on to the surprise topic. All right. So without further ado, let's not keep them waiting. Let's talk about women wanting men to be.
Okay, and so on our panel today we have our guest Sylvia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We have Chris, Alicia, and then we have Will, aka Bob.
Okay, there you go. B. All right, so let's go. I'm sorry about that. All right, so let's talk about not consensual sex, but women wanting men to be monogamous, but really making sex feel like a chore. So I am going to start off with Sylvia. Let's get it sparked. Sylvia, what we got? Let's get you live over here.
I cannot relate. However, let me put that out there to begin with.
Hey, can't even get our intro in good.
Look, my man Steve on the other side, like, goddamn right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would have to say because if that would have had to happen to me, and it's mine is speculation, it's because maybe the husband treats it like a chore, like he performs like it's a chore. There's no excitement. You straight missionary. You 3 pumps and we're done.
Missionary. Go ahead. I like the base word. The base word is mission. I mean, I'm just
You're on the mission.
And so maybe there's no excitement, with it. So it's like, come on, let's do this shit and get it over with. Like, because there's nothing to look forward to, whatever it is, the foreplay or, the freaky text or freaky message you send, whatever, to build a momentum up to it. Right. And all you do is you just want to hop in it and stand up in it, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, I don't even think that's where that came from. So
where you think it came from?
Alicia, we found that shit we found a post somewhere, and to be honest, I didn't even watch the whole post.
It's
it was like
it's a podcast, and a lot of the viewers no, it wasn't. It was it's a podcast with there's a guy named Deval and his wife Kadeem, and they're originally everybody knows them from Instagram because they are an amazing couple, and then they've also been on Black Love, so they have a podcast of their own. And the way that the discussion was coming up is he was asking, why do women want men to be monogamous in monogamous relationships, and then when they get into these relationships, long-term relationships, marriages, they start treating sex like a chore. So her thing was saying that she didn't really realize that when she married her husband, is that basically anytime he wants sex now, no matter how I'm feeling, the expectation is, hey, you want me to be monogamous, so I need to go ahead and to drop it, bend down, drop it, and go ahead and take it. And so that's kind of where their conversation was going. It was more so of, he's like, hey, you wanted me to be monogamous. I gave you what you wanted. Now the give and take on the other end is whenever I want sex, at any point, I got to have it. And because you giving me sex on a regular and continuous basis, no matter how often I want it, that's what's going to take to go ahead and keep me faithful and to keep me interested.
Is anything wrong with that train of thought, though, ladies?
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Why do I have to drop it off? But why do a woman or your wife have to drop it off every time you feel like you want to have sex in order for you to be committed?
Can I tell you why?
Yeah, I'm listening, like for real.
Because when what does your mom say? Or your parents say typically? If he want this, he got to put a ring on it. He put a ring on it. Now he got it. Drop it off. That's why. It's because now y'all made it seem like this is you can't have one without the other. So once I do that, it's essentially something that I've bought into and that I've what do they call it? Contractually, in a sense. This is what happens. So when you look at it one way, let's keep that consistent and keep that same energy throughout the marriage.
So you mean to
Yeah,
tell
I
me
can
that, okay, say for instance, when a woman is on her cycle
Mhm.
and you want it, she can't drop it off then, so you
Right.
feel like
I need that
it's a
top.
problem.
Hey, stop talking.
No, it's not there.
Stop talking.
So you mean to tell me that your marriage, your contract to your wife, and you being faithful is predicated on whether she give you sex whenever you ask for it or not?
No, what it is it's saying that you
That was a
should be
stipulation
giving.
that you wanted.
Because he's saying basically, hey, you took me off of the market for me not to be out here going ahead and being able to fuck on anybody. You took me off of the market. You wanted to be committed.
Right.
I have a
Now
high sex
I'm
drive
committed.
Right.
and I'm
Right.
committed.
No, I
Now
get
my
that.
expectation
But
is to
I
go ahead
get
to
that
still be able to
because
stay at that
I
level.
get that part because you know who you married. So you knew before you married your spouse what their sex drive was like. You
It
also
can change too.
knew before you married your wife, because it ain't just start after the marriage. None of that, I'm sure, did not start before once they were married. All
Well,
that
that's because
Like y'all say all the time, when you have kids and shit, it changes. Your life becomes more busy. You ain't looking for it all the time.
but to
I,
add
on
to
the
that
other
though,
hand, might still be looking for it all the time.
but to add to that though, Chris,
Yeah.
the reason it may not be happening is because you're holding it over my head. So no, you're not going to give it to me as often. And I'm going to accept that a little bit more because that's your bargaining chip. You've held that over my head to say without the commitment, then you don't get what you want until I get what I want. So once I give you what you want, now give me what I want. But then so now it's
So okay, so you're saying that while you were dating and y'all got married and you hadn't put a ring on it,
she was
you not
rationing it out.
no, you're okay, it's being rationed out. And are you being faithful then or you're not being faithful then? I'm
Yes,
just
you
trying
are.
to understand a lot.
Yo, you
Okay,
are.
no, I'm talking about you men.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
So
I'm saying. You are.
you're being faithful
Right.
with the ration, and all of a sudden now that you're
Because
married, wait a minute. All of a sudden now that you're married and you can't get it when you want to, now you want to cheat?
because
This shit was a trial run.
Oh
People.
my God.
think about the
This was a
because
trial
though.
run.
It's
The reason
not
is
the
because I know
First of all,
I'm a little bit
there's
more patient.
absolutely no excuse that you could give me for being unfaithful in a marriage. If it's not working for you, leave.
Nah, that
So
sounds good. But I get you. I got you.
no, I'm for real.
No, I know you are. I'm just saying I that sounds like how it should go. That's politically
Right.
correct.
It's a lot of I think it differs. Like for me, I'm going to speak on my situation. Is when we, I was initially the one that had the higher sex drive. This might be TMI for him, but I'm sorry. I was the one who had initially had the higher sex drive, and it was exciting though when you're not living together initially. You're living apart, and the times you meet up, you're hooking up. It's fun. It's more exciting. And so then the expectation for me was when we did move in together, I'm thinking, well, now we get to do this all the time.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. Yeah, it was like, hey man, it's not going to room with you. I ain't trying to fuck. And I was like, really? Damn.
But that's women.
Yeah, I mean, and that was my expectation was that hey, this was the other benefit for moving in together, now being in this relationship.
Right.
And it was different than that.
Right.
And so then along the way, both of us kind of changed, in regards to
desire,
sex and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is because and I still personally still have a high sex drive, but the desire is not there because now you still have issues with maybe let's say the relationship,
What you said?
No, it's not even just being tired.
Fucking tired. Well, look, she like, oh, I want to get one. I want to get one,
But God damn it, this
But
is a
damn,
process.
it's a lot of work. I don't feel like dealing with this shit.
Man, this is a process.
But you
goddamn.
think about it though, there's so many other things though that I think we all, men and women, forget that also plays a part in your bedroom. How you're speaking to each other throughout the day, those text messages, greeting each other in the morning, all of that stuff still that you did when you were dating and it was fun and it was exciting. You still have to have that sprinkled throughout the relationship. So no, as a woman or even as a man, you just want to be a board or a hard body up under somebody just fucking on them, and I'm just laying here just because. Like,
It's fine.
at some point that gets at some point even that gets old, because that routine of just laying there and you just humping. No, how he died on top of me. No.
Hey,
Trust me, I got it. You know, trust me. I got
that gets old too. You still have to. Those other pieces of the relationship are important as well, though, and it will go ahead in the bedroom to where it's not work. You know when it becomes a chore when you purposely putting on clothes that you know it's gonna turn the motherfucker and wrap it up in a blanket. So those are different things that we do to kind of say, "Hey, don't touch me." It's a reason behind that. Yeah. So I mean, so there's different things that we do in order to discourage it.
Yeah, but why is it?
If I still ask after all your fuck that, I'm not doing this efforts. You damn?
You said what?
Even after all your efforts of I'm gonna be unattractive, I'm gonna wrap up in this blanket, and I'm in this motherfucker trying to undo this shit.
That's a fact, because you've seen something. You've seen what we will do, what we're and how many fucks we do not give.
Hey,
you've seen this in men.
Hey.
None, zero.
You have
zero.
to shit.
After a while,
at that point, you just try to get your rocks off and you go sleep.
At what point as a man is that a turnoff though?
Hey.
When does it become a turnoff where now you are begging and crying and pleading? Doesn't that start feeling like a chore?
Hey, but that's the topic though.
At the 3 minute
point. If it's a fucking chore, then why are you mad if I go get it elsewhere? You didn't want to do it.
That's right. Because now you
didn't want to do it.
You gave me a false warning. You was false advertising.
But okay, let me ask you this then. Do y'all not care enough that it possibly there's an underlying issue? Or y'all just like, I mean, I'm not talking about the girlfriend or whatever. I'm talking about the wife.
Okay.
Or is it even deeper than that? Is it also about discussing expectations? Like sometimes we go into relationships, marriages, whatever it is, friendships, and I don't know what you expect out of me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I went into the house thinking that, hey, we're gonna do this all the time. And that wasn't what he was thinking. That was not the same thought process he had. So is it also communication and going ahead and letting you know, hey, when we get married or when we move in together, this is how often I would like to be able to have sex or to continue it.
Before we answer that, Sylvia, what were you saying?
No, I thought you were
both of y'all.
Because it goes along. What I was saying actually goes along with what Alicia was saying. Maybe there's an underlying issue. One of the underlying issues is you didn't effectively communicate your expectations. And what she.
Yeah, because see, there's another language called body language.
Y'all don't read those well either.
So I don't. What I'm saying is when I don't have to tell you all the time. You know what I mean? Like you know what's up.
But
you know what's up. When I ain't got
Will. But here's the thing too. On the same token, it's still because if y'all no. If
oh Lord, he's so nasty.
But stop. What you mean? What you mean? Go ahead.
Giving yourself too much credit. You mean more like what you mean? What you mean?
Afterwards.
Before and during.
After she's done what she was supposed to do. But I think to be honest, like the expectation has already been set. Like, and that's why that conversation was had as far as, okay, you can't keep getting this milk without buying the cow. Those are the type of conversations you're having, because it's like, no, nigga, you can't just keep getting what you want and just stringing me along. So you know how often you've been with this person typically long enough to know how often this person wants it, how he gets,
But in essence, But in essence, aren't you still getting the milk before the cow? Not unless y'all not having sex at all before marriage. If you having sex before marriage, you still getting it. You just not getting it as often. So
Right,
that
but that's what
logic
I'm saying.
is,
That's
but
the
that
point.
logic, but the logic that you're using is, you got to put a ring on it. If you already getting the milk from the cow before you get married and y'all get married, who's to say that it still has to be that many times if you wasn't getting it before the marriage like that?
But that's the point. You know why you wasn't getting it
Yeah.
that much, because like Alicia said, it starts out, John Witherspoon. It's always bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole relationship. Then it slows down. And then it slows down a little bit, but then you're, as a man, letting it be known that you want it a little bit more. That's when she steps in and says, you done got it enough. You're gonna have to slow this down until you feel like you want to make me.
What do y'all think about scheduled sex?
Oh.
I saw an interview with Tamara. I think it was whatever the twins' names are from
Yeah,
Sister,
Tamara.
One of them.
and they were talking about scheduling sex. Does that feel like more of a chore to y'all than just
it sounds like it sounds
I don't think
like
so. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was saying it sounds like a chore, man. It's the same goddamn time. Or you schedule this shit and I don't know about it. That's different. Yeah, I mean, but motherfucker, hell no, I don't want to do it, man. Every Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30 to 8:50. No.
Yeah, that's something different. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna be like, okay, so we're gonna set out 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And I'm gonna be like, nah, baby, we're gonna have like 49 of them minutes left. What you talking about? But nah, I don't think. I think more so it's a just the whole idea of setting it up. Period. Even if it's just okay, we looking at our time, we see what we got scheduled. Hey, we're gonna try to make time next Thursday, and then after next Thursday, it's like you don't really think about it. But then when y'all had the urge, okay, well, I know you want it. I can feel that you want it. Let's set aside some time on next Wednesday. I don't think that on a regular that's cool. But honestly, in real life, it has to happen that way sometimes because you don't have time. Now, unless y'all both broke as fuck and somebody ain't working, ain't doing shit, then y'all can rap it out. But people who have things going on, when a person says, hey man, we gotta have to do something because it's been, damn near 30 days and you ain't even tried, I ain't even tried, we're gonna have to make something happen. You'd be like, okay, I got you by Thursday because I got meetings on Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. That's life. If you working.
That's your life.
That's working. Unless you're gonna wake up in the morning and then ain't nobody want no morning sex because I don't know stank ass breath and stank ass because it's been marinating overnight. It's been slow cooking in a damn crock pot. So in realistic times, hey man,
y'all say y'all time because let me tell you something.
You can fit it in.
We're working. We're both working. Right. I'm working 2 businesses, and even when the kids were here, and it's whenever.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, but still, there's those times. What I'm saying is, sometimes, not more on a regular schedule, but sometimes you do have to make plans that we're going, even if it's like, okay, we're going to set aside some time to be with each other. That's the same thing.
Say, oh, this ain't sex time. It's just
it's just like
we gotta just chill tonight. We want to watch a movie.
But that's not.
But for me, does that come off like a chore for y'all?
But that's not what Alicia originally said. That's not originally what she said, though, right? We ain't talking about no date.
I didn't watch that interview, so I'm saying.
No, it wasn't talking about date. It was actually talking about actual sex.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. It's all you're saying. You're just saying sex as opposed to, instead of you just saying sex, you're saying we're gonna have to schedule some time to be alone. It's the same thing. It's just you didn't use the word sex.
No, because if we schedule something, we schedule a date. I don't want to be at work, okay, on a Tuesday, and I'm texting you and I'm calling you and I'm like, hey, I need to see a man about a meal when I get home. Right. And you tell me, oh, well, I got this going on. If you get off, you got this and this, but catch me on Friday. No.
Well, he might not say Friday. He might say, shit, it's going to have to be another day.
No.
That's the same shit.
So let me ask you though. So let me ask. So if something happens wherein you are not in the mood and your partner is, this is kind of segueing us into the next topic. If there is a situation where you are not in the mood, your partner is, does your partner need to get your consent for sex? Your boyfriends, your husbands, your living partner, if you do not want sex and your partner does not take no for an answer, what are your thoughts about that? And this came up because we were watching the Red Table Talk, and Jada Pinkett's mother revealed to her, surprisingly, which caught her off guard. They were talking about consensual sex and in relationships. And she was asking, has there ever been a gray area where maybe you've been violated? You said no, and the person took it anyway. She was like, yeah, you're dead.
Right.
So they kind of brought up the question. Then at that point in the comments, people were like, well, is there a gray area when this is someone that you're in a relationship with that you have sex with on a regular basis, but the one time or sometimes when you don't want to and they want to, you're in a monogamous relationship, is it rape if your partner does not say no? If your partner does not respect your no and they still have sex with you anyway? What are y'all thoughts about that? Is there a gray area or is it black and white?
No means no.
No means no. I mean, we ain't finna be doing the Ike and Tina in the booth. You know what I mean? That's one.
So when your girlfriend is wrapped up and she got all the clothes on and the blankets on and she says no, and you continue to still kind of try.
Say that they ain't they're gonna try. They're gonna keep trying to see if she'll give in.
Try to get you in the mood.
Right, but no, just to do it anyway, and because at some point, if here's my perspective on it, if you don't want to, you tell them no, and then eventually y'all have sex. At some point, you gave in, because if you didn't give in, then there was gonna be some clothes snatching off. It was gonna get real aggressive, which would in turn be rape. So somewhere along the line, if you're in this relationship and it didn't turn to the aggressiveness, and you just let me go ahead and get his ass so he can leave me alone, and I go on to sleep and he can go to sleep, then you consented.
Well, I'm gonna say this for the whole male. Well, I'm assuming for the whole male gender. I'm gonna say this. I don't understand how rape works. I ain't got nothing for you if I'm mad and pissed off. I'm mad and pissed off. It's straight gummy worm. And we arguing, hell no, ain't nothing happening.
Right.
I don't understand how you go from an aggressive, fighting whatever to how that work.
Because some people, it turns some people on.
Like this, I ain't never.
It's not always violence. Right, and it's not always that there's an argument or that there's violence. It could literally be, hey, I'm not in the mood. You are. And you like, hey, I'm not gonna go fuck on nobody else. You my wife. You should not be able to tell me no. And there are some people who feel like, hey, as my spouse, there is no. You're supposed to. We're married. Right. That's mine. You're mine.
You feel when the guy tells you no? Is that an issue? That's an issue for you. That's an issue for y'all.
I mean,
no, but I'm not saying. But I'm not saying
it doesn't feel good. But I'm not going to try to take it.
I'm not saying that it should be an issue for you all as well.
It's a big issue. If I tell you now, who you fucking?
Yeah, but your face look like you got something to say. What's your thought? What's your thought?
Like,
go ahead.
Mine ain't who you fucking. It's just like, really, you just gonna leave me in this uncomfortable ass situation? I got a whole attitude now because shit, I can't sleep.
And which is gonna lead me.
So you know how we feel.
Right? No, I'm not saying that y'all not wrong. You know what I mean? You can tell us though, like we can tell y'all no.
We got to hear about it. It's a whole thing when we say no. Thanks. We just be like, fuck it, whatever. Find something else.
To most women, we think that's all that y'all think about. So it's like, hey, if this is all you think about, and I'm trying to give it to you, what the hell's the problem? Oh, so did you get something already? Let me feel your balls.
What if I
So
did?
that's what it. You
That's
said
true.
what?
You didn't want to, but which leads me to my next question.
If
Can
you
you,
not, there's a bigger problem.
that's what I'm saying. Can you ever be mad? Honestly, and this is a general question. Can you ever be mad when somebody else does something that you don't want to do?
Yes.
Can you be mad about that? If you don't want to do it, why are you mad? Because, all right, you don't want to have sex. They don't change the fact that I wanted to, right? They
Right.
don't change that. So I should just be without because you said no?
But it comes with you,
Okay,
but if
so
on both ends. But honestly, on
How
both
long
ends.
do you get to say no?
But honestly, on both ends, man and woman, it's all about the respect as well. If I tell you no, respect my no.
Okay. You say no tonight. I don't ask tomorrow night. I ask you again. You say no again. So how many no's am I
Okay,
supposed
so now y'all, man,
accept?
now you need a conversation need to be had. Hey,
No, you need to
so,
schedule some
this
sex.
night, and what you
Hey.
said? What you said?
Hey, and then if you can't
So
get
you
on
need
the
to schedule some sex.
well, you know what? Hey, if when you hop on somebody else's schedule, are you wrong for that?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No,
But
real talk
okay,
though.
but a conversation
but
needs to be
that's
had.
a legit
But here's the
question.
thing: you're jumping from 2 no's and then hopping on somebody else's schedule. Have you had a conversation as to why it was 2
that's
no's?
what I'm asking. So
Shit,
how many
tell me.
no's? How many no's is acceptable?
No, what I'm saying, no, that's up to you to decide. I can't tell you because 1 no might be for me. You might can accept 3. I ain't accepting 3 because on the second one, hey, what is the problem?
Exactly. Y'all ass ain't accepting all them no's.
No, you ain't.
But here's the thing. That's on you get to decide how many no's you want to take. But my question is, before you want to go hop on somebody else's schedule, are you even trying to find out why you got 2 or 3 no's, however many no's is your man? It could be 1.
Hey, I'm so
Nigga don't even be caring. It's just the
I
fact that
can't
he
even
got
think
him.
enough to talk. I can't even think enough to talk right
I
now.
don't got him. I mean, I'm pissed because.
Okay, so it's almost like that now you don't care nothing about the sex. You don't even care about why I'm telling you no.
No,
Are you care? You did you
'Cause
say
we
what?
no, 'cause
Oh
we
my
married.
God.
We married. I don't care why you telling me no. All I know is you telling me no. The same way, like, okay, for instance, a woman will tell you quick if you ain't doing something like another man will. That goes in every category. If you ain't giving the woman, like, if you ain't paying her bills or helping her with her bills or doing, doing what you're supposed
Birkins,
to
that's
do
what
as
they
a man.
said. That's what Sweetie
If
said.
you ain't
You
doing
ain't
that,
buying Birkins and paying
if you ain't-
bills.
if you ain't doing all of the stuff that you're supposed to be doing as a man, then yeah, she gonna be like, okay, somebody else will. That's a fact.
Oh,
That's just the mentality.
And
So
that's
it goes both ways.
but that's what and some of them will grow out of it. Some women don't. You get what I'm saying? But even still, at the end of the day, a conversation still has to be had about all of that. Why do you feel that way? Why do you think this way? Why do you all coming off as I don't give a damn? You told me no.
No,
You can't tell me no. What you say?
9 times out of 10, you've heard or you know why. You just at this point you just don't give a damn. The same reason is like if you again it goes back to that example.
But you never know. Still, Will, why? Okay, let's go back to the sex part. You never know why a woman may be telling you no. Your spouse may be telling you no. No.
Why are you
Unless
telling me no?
What you say?
When I said I do, that was it.
There could be reasons. It could be medical reasons
I
why
mean,
they discuss with you.
I would know
There are
that.
reasons
at what
why.
point do you say no because you say why don't you just say no because XYZ?
Right. It's just like
Why I gotta go searching for? Because y'all know y'all want a nigga to go search for some answers.
No,
You
okay.
just supposed to know.
Because it's levels to it. I'm not saying that's every situation, but it
It's a
could
lie.
be.
It's a
You
lie.
can sit there like you frozen all you want to. I don't
Hey,
care.
yo. Hey man, just look at the end of the day, man. I don't know why female be like just holding on to this shit like it's a goddamn gold mine. Drop that shit off, man. Fuck out of here with that, man. Get out of here, dog.
Man, you know what?
Just
It
drop it off.
Mad because we want
Nah,
to.
cause like
You
Be
ain't
on
mad
real,
because
but
we
real
want to
shit
govern
though.
our stuff how we want to govern our stuff,
nah, you
baby.
can't though. You can't,
And
man.
most women want to have
can.
sex just as much as y'all do. Usually, you've done something to turn this woman off. If there's an issue in the bedroom, usually there's some reason why it's gotten to that point because we want to fuck
Right.
too. point
Okay,
blank,
let's talk
plain and
about it.
simple.
Let's talk about it.
It's something else going on.
Let's talk about it in
you
15 minutes.
you rather hold on to mad more than you
Three.
rather fuck that.
No, I said let's talk about it in 15 minutes. That's
3.
what I'm saying. What she's talking, what Alicia said.
Oh, you talking about
Usually
another
the other
show?
time, like, no, I'm saying let's talk about it in 15 minutes after we do
Right.
After you stupid.
that. We can talk about whatever was wrong after I got a clear mind and a clear sack.
But I got a better performance. I got a better performance though if my mind clear, my feelings not hurt, if I'm not mad in my feelings. I give you a better performance. You don't care.
If you don't, I don't.
So you want that? You want chore pussy? You want chore pussy? You okay with chore pussy?
No,
Okay.
I am. Because guess what it is? Like you just said it. It's chore pussy. Say it fast. Say it quickly. Say it quickly. Say it fast.
Fuck you.
Okay.
No.
So you want chore pussy? You
And
right.
from the way y'all talking, y'all don't care.
You
Chore, not
asshole.
chore. It don't matter.
No,
You still want,
Okay.
you still
go
gonna
back
get
and listen to what I just said, Sylvia.
Yes.
Say it to her, Alicia. Say it to her.
No,
it.
you asshole.
It don't. So why you making a big deal about it if you're gonna take it either way?
I ain't saying that. I'm not saying about taking that.
No, we ain't gonna take nothing because to
No,
be honest with you, ain't nothing that's mine.
Accept. She said you will accept it.
I can't take nothing that's
So,
mine.
okay, that's what I meant. Just
I
say
can't
you
take
accept
nothing
it.
that's mine. That's why you got to understand that consensual system bullshit. I can't take nothing that's already mine.
No.
And that shit you got in between your legs.
I knew you would have thought about it.
I am
mine.
so glad. I'm so glad that my husband gonna share y'all same thoughts.
No, he does.
He do. He just ain't gonna tell your
But
ass.
he do what he need to do. And he asks you.
No.
That's a reason why. We ain't just trying to talk. We talking for a reason. When we say whose is it, we mean that shit. And when you say it's yours, you get that. It's over. Like we just talking
Damn.
for a motherfucker. Y'all just
Yeah, what is
talking.
the surprise
We for real.
topic? What is
There ain't
the
no time for
surprise
no damn
topic,
surprise
bro?
topic at this point. It's a minute left. What's the
No, we
surprise
got a
topic?
minute left. The surprise topic is surprise.
Surprise.
It is what it is, man. All right. Great stuff, man. We don't have time for much more, but I will say this again. Make sure that everybody goes out and vote. We got about a week or so
Sure.
left. Regardless to who you're voting for, make sure your voice is heard via the voting booth. If you have to stand in the line, hey, stand in the line. Ancestors died for you to have that right.
Tell him.
So vote. Anything from the rest of the panel?
No. Y'all
Go ahead and do y'all like, share, subscribe, man. You know. Shit.
All that stuff.
All that good stuff, man.
All that. Go like,
All
comment,
that
and
good
subscribe, and watch our show. And
Bye.
watch out
All
for
right, we out, man. Until next time.
shop27.com. Is that what it is?
Yes,
Shop277?
it's Shop
Okay.
727.
Okay, all right. Y'all go visit my partner over there at her website and get you some good stuff, man. We'll talk to y'all later.
We'll put it in the comments.
All right, we
Yeah,
out.
there you go.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.